This small little glimpse, 40 seconds is just not enough. I mean, it's obviously not enough to capture his life, his work. But before we begin, we'll go back in time. We'll go back in time before you became a filmmaker. You have a Delhi connection. You're from modern school, and some of my colleagues have been saying he's from our school. And you studied economics at St. Stephen's College, then you studied to be a chartered accountant. You worked, I believe, in an oil company for some time.
Burma Oil, yes.
Yes, and you were an accountant and a business management consultant for several years. How did cinema, the turn come? You do have your uncles, Devanand, Chetananand, Vijayanand, are like legendary, but your family was very determined that you should steer clear of cinema and continue on the path that you had taken. Was it a transition, or was it like a clear break from what you were doing?
There are no clear breaks. I left because I didn't want to be an accountant. I did not leave because I wanted to be a filmmaker. Okay. I left because I wanted to see what life was all about. I left because I realized that actually what I needed to do was to plunge myself into chaos. And I haven't stopped. So filmmaking was, you know how you're walking and a trapdoor opens and you fall into it? So you keep walking and a trapdoor opened and I fell into it. Honestly, and people have asked me this question so often and say, "Jhoot bol raha hai yaar, aise hi bolta hai." Uske uncle hain, sab wo filmon mein aa gaya. It took me 12 years. From the time I left accounting to the time I made Masoom, I was wandering. I don't know when, I just left as an adventure. That's it. Chhod gaya, chale gaya, ghumta raha. And that doesn't stop, when you look back in life. How many of you went to, university special chalti thi, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
right?
Delhi.
So you get on the university special and it was always crowded. So वो ऊपर हाथ पकड़ के चलना पड़ता है, you hold on because the buses were very wild and they were good this way. Sometimes you look up and you realize you're actually not holding anything. कुछ पकड़ने को है ही नहीं. So what were you holding on to? That's the issue. You're not holding on to anything. You're not going anywhere. I'm a storyteller, so I'll tell you a story. Is that okay?
Please. Yes.
They go, greedy people. Right? So imagine that you are floating down life on a parachute. Can you believe that? Just a parachute, okay? And sometimes you have controls, no? Parachute, idhar karo. You can control it. And when the winds come, you can control it. Okay, life's okay. I'm on a parachute. And somebody comes and said, "Oh, why don't you look up?" And you say, "Why would I look up?" Yeah. So look up. And you look up and you realize, actually, there's no parachute. There never was. And then you say, oh my God, I'm falling. Please help me, I'm falling. And they say, look down. And you look down, there's nothing to fall into. So you never fell off somewhere. You never fall. You're not falling into anywhere. So the question is, who are you? कहाँ से आए, कहाँ गए, क्यों गए, आप हो कि नहीं हो? That's the question. There is no greater question than that. And in fact, that's how we start to tell stories, no? We tell mythology. ऊपर से some good god उन्होंने हमको ऊपर कहीं से they threw us down, and there's some nice gods that throw us around. There's some nice and bad gods that are there to catch us. There are no gods. There's no mythology. You didn't come from anywhere, you didn't go anywhere. So is there a greater adventure in trying to find who you are? Now, that has to be a reason to leave a chartered accountancy, right? If you're faced with such existential questions, right? That's it.
So 12 years, you said, and then the trapdoor. And chaos is something that you celebrate. You really like.
Because there isn't anything else.
Right, chaos.
Chaos is not people running around with nothing to do. Chaos is the understanding that there are no controls. They're all controlled. The idea that you actually control everything is control is the greatest illusion. How many of you decided when you were going to be born? Hands up. How many of you decided when you're going to die? If you haven't already decided, hands up. How many of you actually decided when you were going to fall in love? Hands up. How many of you decided, today I'm going to be betrayed, my lover is going to walk away? What decisions? I mean, if we cannot be in charge or control fundamental decisions, it's like breathing, no?
Yes.
I take in a breath and suddenly I'm saying, oh my God, I'm going to die. I let go. I have no more breath. Now I have to suck breath in. So life is a series of panic attacks. I'm breathing, I have to let go. Oh, I've got no breath, I've got to let in. But if you you do it automatically. But supposing we didn't, supposing every breath was a year long, a year you breathe in, a year you breathe out, but you're still not in control of that. You have to breathe in, you have to breathe out.
Yes.
So what do we control? There was ऐसा होता ना simple सवाल पूछा, about why did you leave accounting, and I've just given such a complicated answer. That's how it is. And how do you not give a complicated answer to a simple question? Because the most simple answer is I left. That's it. There's nothing more. But if you ask me why, then you get a complicated answer.
If I got a simple, I just wouldn't expect a simple answer from you. If we had simple answers from, if you were the person of simple answers, we wouldn't have cult classics like the way you have. You're clearly a person who thinks deeply, who feels, situations, who digs deep into himself. Otherwise, Masoom, Mr. India, Bandit Queen, these, such memorable works wouldn't have
My mother had
emerged.
a different Punjabi term for this. You know what that was? Phudakta rehanda hai.
Phudakta rehanda hai.
That's being out of control, right? Okay, sorry, go on.
No. So, Masoom, your first film, it wasn't just like, a film that you did. Despite the black market the black marketers trying very hard that the film doesn't become successful, which you spoke about, which you've written about.
No, that was different. Oh, black marketers have bought all the tickets.
Yes.
And then nobody came. And so when I went there, they all looked at me as they wanted to beat me up. And I went in, there were two people in the hall. One was fast asleep and the other was me. So think about it. So that was the first day. Nobody came. The black marketers wanted me to pay them back. I said, I don't have the money to pay you back. Then one of them came to me and said, Sir, problem क्या है ना? आपको हम समझाते हैं. मैंने कहा समझाओ. What is the problem? He said, आपने बहुत article film बनाई है.
Article.
I kept going, article. I realized he meant artistic. तो आगे से आप article film मत बनाना. हमारा बहुत नुकसान होता है. तो I said, okay, ठीक है. Monday nobody came. Tuesday nobody came. Wednesday, the distributors called me and said, Sir, we have to take out the film because the theaters are expensive. Thursday, something happened. A friend of mine called me and said, Shekhar, yaar, humko ek ticket dilwa do, tumhare ticket nahi mil rahi. Maine kaha, are you mad? The halls are empty, just go buy it. Don't be stingy, just buy a ticket. Somebody has to buy a ticket. He said, no, we can't get any tickets. Friday, the halls were full. No, ask me, acha, look, there wasn't social media at that time. Kitni publicity ek din mein? What happened on Thursday? I have no idea. Something shifted on Thursday, and if that Thursday hadn't happened, I wouldn't be sitting here. That's how life goes, no? वो Thursday नहीं हुआ था तो मासूम कोई आता नहीं तो लोग celebrate नहीं करते. Heaven forbid, my mother would say, हाँ गया ना वापस chartered accountancy करन और की करना है ना मैं क्या सी chartered accountancy कर जाके. That's it. Back to being middle class boy.
So how did you do the films choose you? How did you arrive at these? Because they're so diverse, they're so different. You have children in both Masoom and you have children in both, Mr. India, but they're not same. They're not like, you can't say this is a Shekhar Kapoor film or this is a Shekhar Kapoor film. How do you choose these films? What draws you to them? The subjects that you have chosen to, make films on.
I don't choose.
Okay.
They choose me.
Story
Yeah.
behind that choosing.
And so I then make the film in a way that I feel that's how the story should be told. So I didn't choose Bandit Queen because I thought, chalo yaar, Masoom banai, Mr. India banai, let me make a different film. No. I was asked to produce Bandit Queen. I said, I'm not a producer. I can't handle my own money being a chartered accountant or a producer. Kaise banunga? So I said, no. Then they said, Acha, why don't you try and direct it? I said, okay. They said, make a documentary. I said, I don't know how to make a documentary. I can make you a feature. So, itne budget mein bana. That I know. Karke. The film tells you how to shoot it. You go onto the set, and somehow the truth of any moment only happens at that moment. Listen, all the people who are here from the Defense Department, I'm worse than them. I plan like a general. I plan everything. Ye bhi plan karo, ye bhi plan karo, ye bhi plan karo. Plan. How many of you actually plan? You must do, right? How many of you are actually scared of your own planning? I'm terrified. I'm terrified that I'm trapped by my own planning. And then how will I find out what the moment is trying to tell me? Because the moment doesn't have plans. The moment only emerges at that moment. And at that moment, you have to listen to the moment. I think you're listening to God. I don't know. What is that moment? Because till the moment comes, you don't know what to do. Really, really, the truth only arrives because the moment arrives. Before that, it's all planned. So when I make Bandit Queen, I can only tell you afterwards, this happened probably because of this. Be very honest, I feel that I felt guilty. I felt like I was the rapist. The masculine in me was responsible for what happened to Pulin Devi. How else do I do it? How else do I make the film? Then I realized that what I was trying to do is understand the politics of rape. And I don't know how many of you remember Bandit Queen, but I sat there and started to imagine what a gang rape would feel like. And I came to shoot it. The greatest DOP that ever lived in India, Ashok Mehta, passed away. I narrated the whole thing to him, see how I do it. And actually it was shot nothing. Darwaza khulta hai, darwaza band hota hai. Aadmi aata hai andar, aadmi bahar jata hai andar. Close up hota hai, thodi si cheekhein aati hain. But in my head, I knew what was happening. And I kept throwing up. And I said, I can't shoot this today. He said, yeah, but tu karna, kuch dikhni to nahi. He forced me to shoot it. But in my head, something was going on at that moment. So something was going on. So that urge to tell that, fighting against the limitations of camera, the limitations of what I cannot put my actors through, that all worked. So the moment emerges, so I realized very soon that that's what I was doing. I was holding myself responsible for whatever was happening to Pooran Devi at that time. And that's why it was such an angry film. Because I was angry. It was anger direct back at me, but I can only say that to you in reflection.
Yes.
If I had known that that's what I was doing at that time, I would have made a terrible film. Because ऐसा करोगे देखो मैं कितना intellectual आदमी मैं सोचता हूँ बहुत सोचता हूँ वो सब झूठ होता है. एक सत्यजीत की कहानी सत्यजीत रे you all heard of. There was a lovely story that he was in a film. He shot his taxi में there are two people sitting at the back, and it's shot from the rear view mirror, right? And you can see the two people sitting at the back. But the rear view mirror was cracked. And chapters were written about Satyajit Ray. Why did he use a cracked mirror? Why? What was the fundamental reason of the cracked mirror? Then somebody said, chalo, yaar, usse pooch lo. And he said, that shot, okay. Oh, I cracked it because if I didn't, the camera would be seen in the rear view mirror. So the interpretation, when you paint, you're not just painting. The audience is painting after you've painted. So the audience was making the film after he'd made the film anyway, because they were looking at it and interpreting it. So if you see a Picasso or a Hussein, तो वहाँ पेंटिंग नहीं खत्म हुई, पेंटिंग तो चल रही है क्योंकि लोग देख रहे हैं और उसको इंटरप्रेट कर रहे हैं, तो आर्ट तो चलता ही रहता है ना, वहाँ कहाँ खत्म हुआ? तो ऐसी फिल्म होती है.
You know, I thought I'll ask this question a little later, but मैं अभी पूछती हूँ because आपने बात किया जैसे the making of Bandit Queen. You talked about moment. You talked about going into your own self. Like Walt Whitman, the American poet, he said, "I contain multitudes," and all of us here do. You know, we all have a universe inside us, the depth and expanse of which even we can't fathom. And as a filmmaker, when you make films such as these, you obviously dig deep into those depths, and they find a reflection in your cinema. But from what I could fathom is also they help you in perhaps an exploration of your own depth or some of those, say, multitudes inside you which you did not know existed. Now, in this, in something like this, when we insert AI, which is a very synthetic animal, which cannot, because it's an amalgamation of the various things that people have expressed, written about in the online media, and it'll just take all of that and try to synthesize something, and at best try to ape a human, expression, human depth, human. Nakalchi bandar is perhaps AI is a Nakalchi bandar in that sense. How does that fit in your, because you're so excited about AI, but something like that, some experience like that happens as a filmmaker when you're creating something like this. Would something like that happen to you even if you were dabbling in AI?
Let me take the first question that you said. You delve into yourself.
Yes.
To find something that you bring out in the film. So you delve into yourself you create a question, and then you delve into it to answer that question, right? And then you try and put it into a film, right? Okay. The issue is it's only our ego that looks for answers and definitions. Okay. And I'll go back to tell you a story, and then I'll come to AI after that. So, do any of you remember when Delhi was not a polluted city? हम छत पे सोते थे, याद है? छत पे गर्मियों में सोते थे, ऊपर आसमान दिखता था. I could see the whole universe there. And I remember once asking my mother, ये कहाँ तक जाता है? How far does this go? And she said it goes on forever. ये forever चीज़ क्या होती है? क्योंकि अभी तो स्कूल में हमको पढ़ाया जाता है that if you cannot measure anything, it does not exist. How do I measure forever? तो गलत बात सुना रहे थे ना. So the idea of the need to define anything is only an egoistic idea. My ego cannot exist unless it can define something. But if I drew my ego away, तो फिर ब्रह्मा है, फिर forever है, Shiva है, कुछ नहीं है, the God of nothing है, nothingness है. Now I come back to AI. AI is the most misunderstood word right now. Most misunderstood word. क्या है artificial intelligence बोलते हैं ना, intelligence कहाँ है मुझे बताओ, कोई समझा दे intelligence क्या है? The most unmapped thing in our mind, in our science, is the brain. Brain में तो है नहीं, right? I remember my grandmother used to give me, वो दही देती थी मुझे सुबह, बेटा एग्जाम में डाल ले लो, मेरे सब दोस्त हंसते थे, शेखर पास हो जाएगा, दही खा के आया है ना? तो वो क्या था, तब हंसते थे, अब हंसते नहीं, because we have something in our gut called gut intelligence. So where is this intelligence? We have, I'm coming to AI, I promise you.
No,
okay.
Please.
And right now, I am working with a lot of neuroscientists to understand the intelligence of the heart. Where does intelligence exist? For those of you that study science, we know that through the vagus nerve, the heart sends more messages to the brain than the brain sends to the heart, right? So when you fall in love, dil dhak, 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 dhak karta hai. Is it the heart giving a message to the brain that I'm in love, or is the brain giving a message to the heart that I'm in love? That's the issue. Now, how many of you have not, I mean, how many of you never fall in love? Raise your hands. Never fall in love. अरे क्या बात है यार,
शर्माओ
lovely
नहीं, I
people.
mean,
दिल्ली वालों को
it's
बहुत
okay.
शाबाश हो. You can applaud yourself यार. अच्छा, so do you remember when we fell in love? एक वो क्या करते थे? She loves me. She loves me not.
Oh, yes.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. If I give you AI, you know what the answer of AI will be? It'll calculate everything. It'll say, she loves me. 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 AI cannot work on unpredictability. AI can only work on predictable. And tell me which part of life is predictable. Which part of intelligence is predictable? So let's ask and tell ourselves that AI is a sum of highly complex computerized predictability. It's not unpredictable. And we are unpredictable. Human beings are being unpredictable. So AI, that's a big nonsense about AI that's being talked about. The other thing is the LLMs and these big LLMs and everything that we all went through at Bharat Mandapam, you know, the AI, it's okay. That's not the India story of AI. Let me talk to you. So here's the India story of AI. Can I tell you a story?
Yes,
You want to
please.
listen to the
Yes,
story?
yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. You're greedy people, yeah. They go, how greedy we are for stories. That's the human condition. Yeah. हमको एक नई कहानी सुनाओ, चाहे झूठ हो, चाहे सच हो, हमको कहानी सुनाओ, मान गए तो हमने सच मान ली. ऐसा ही होता है ना? आप भी तो ये करते हो पेपर में. तो So there एक CEO है, वो 10 billion, he's going to go for a $10 billion raise. And so he wants to go to his office early in the morning when there's nobody there. सोचेगा $10 billion यार आज करना है, I have a $10 billion company. तो हिंदी इंग्लिश चलेगा ना? ठीक है, सब चलेगा? Okay, मराठी नहीं, पंजाबी चलेगी, चलो. ठीक है. And he goes into his office in the morning, कोई नहीं है, but the cleaning lady is there, साफ कर रही है. वो जाता है अंदर तो she says, sir, yeah, I saw these papers in your waste paper basket. Can I throw them away? He looks at it, it's his presentation. ये इसको कैसे मिल गया? Now he looks at her suspiciously and says, okay, ठीक है, she's probably, वो मेरे secretary ने फेंक दिया होगा, I'll talk to my secretary. So he goes into the office. How is she? She's uneducated, nothing. And as he's going to the office in his cabin, she says, "Sir, माफ कीजिए, मैंने पढ़ लिया." और पंजाबी में पढ़ लेते हैं, माफ करो. पढ़ लिया, क्या पढ़ लिया? She can't even understand. She's not educated. How can she read them? But as he's going in, she says, "Sir, गलत है." Huh? What does she know? अब क्या होता है, doubt आ गया ना. So he goes in his office, he reads the papers, and she's right. There are mistakes in it, but ठीक है. Then there's a little knock on the door, और बाहर से आवाज आती है, "Sir, मैंने भी लिखा है जी presentation." Hey? And through under the door, she pushes some papers. Now he reads that presentation and he realizes she's right. He's wrong. So what happened? Here's what happened. He'd gone to IIT, he'd gone to MIT, he'd gone to Harvard, he'd gone to Stanford, he built a company that today is this huge company looking for another $10 billion. Then he got doubt, he said, "Oh, McKinsey's good." He gave McKinsey's $3 million. They had gone to IIT, they had gone to MIT, they had gone to Stanford, all those. They told him exactly what he wanted to know because that's what they do, no? Consultants, right? So $3 million, उनको भी दे दिया. What did she have that they did not? See, ChatGPT and AI will give all the knowledge that them and the consultants and $10 billion and everything to her. But that still doesn't explain why she was better. Here's what she had. She needed to feed her children. Here lies the difference. That's the Indian difference. Somebody said, you know, if you want to feed your children, there's a new language you have to learn called prompting. तो उसने prompting सीख ली. अब एक बार prompting सीख ली तो जितना AI आज भी लाएगा, कल भी लाएगा, परसों भी लाएगा, सब कुछ, तो वो तो past knowledge है ना. वो तो उसको prompting से मिल गया. That still doesn't explain why she's better. Here's why she's better. Because she has intuition. That's AI cannot have intuition. And her intuition is stronger than his. Why? Because intuition comes out when there's need. उसको तो बच्चों को खिलाना है. When I'm faced in a panic situation, if there's a lion coming at you, your intuition is very strong. That's where the Indian AI will come up. AI will rise from the bottom of the pyramid because it will rise with intuition. It will not. We can go on talking about LLMs and all of that, but the Indian AI will rise. And all of them keep saying, Naiji, what the $1 trillion ka hoga, humko, we have the chips. I can't understand why they keep talking about the chip design and chip. Doesn't technology create new chip designs? Will that not create? And AI is nothing but change at an unprecedented space. And those that have intuition are going to be able to adapt to change at an unprecedented space. Not the people that at the top of the pyramid are trying to protect themselves. They will not adapt because they're used to not adapting anymore. 80% of our people need change. They don't have anything to protect. Therefore, India will rise, and that's what AI is doing. Coming back to your question about AI in film, right?
Yes.
AI is the most democratic technology ever to come to us. That film that cost, you know, Avatar that cost $400 million, or RRR that created, Rajamouli cost, kitna pata nahi, 300 crore? Today with AI, a kid can make that for 10,000 rupees. So the entry bar is lowering. And if all of us are desperately, these are kids. Rahman and I run a music school in the slums of Dharavi. We're now planning to introduce an AI film school in Dharavi because we can teach the kids how to make a film and tell their stories. We are a nation of storytellers. We tell our stories. Now you're giving them another tool to tell our stories. AI in the film business is another tool, but it's a democratic tool. Are we running out of time? You keep looking at this.
No, you please.
You like to hear
please.
stories, right? Arey, haan, zor se bolo yaar. Right, okay.
Is it really democratic, or is it that, you know, it needs to learn the Indian context a lot more? Currently, the view is also that it's kind of tone deaf to India's complexities. We have, in the morning we were talking about it, 22 languages, so many dialects, cultures, subcultures. Or do you think that change will happen very fast?
It's happening
Including
right
in the
now
creative world.
underneath our feet. It's change at an unprecedented pace. And the fear of AI is a fear of yourself. It's not a fear of AI. It's you're afraid. We watch, hands up, whose favorite series, right? Okay. Game of Thrones, okay? You watch Game of Thrones, right? What do you watch Game of Thrones for? You watch it because you like the protagonist. You like the world she lives in. You like her monsters, yes. Right? You like the antagonists, the monsters that come in, the person who are trying to kill us. You like the relationship, you like the world. And you come in the next day, all right? The next house, 6 बजे, 7 बजे होगा तो नहीं देखो, 6 बजे होना चाहिए. ठीक है, 6 बजे मैं इस कुर्सी पे बैठकर मैं गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स देख रहा हूँ. और मुझे ऐसा ही कुछ गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स चाहिए, थोड़ा सा बदल दो. See what I'm trying to get at? How difficult is it for AI for you to pick that up? You know what AI is working on? Is working on your inertia. It's your inertia that will allow AI to win, not on its own. So we have to cut out our own sense of inertia. And when I was talking about that woman that needs to feed her children, she doesn't have inertia. The inertia lives at the top of the pyramid. So here's the question that we should all actually face. When the pyramid collapses, I'm sure everybody here throughout 2 days has been talking about structure. When the pyramidal structure collapses, in a flat pyramid, who leads and who follows? Where is it? How do you even create, in the next year, that's going to be the question. How do we run a structure? How do we run a company? That's going to be the question. Because you want to know who leads, who loses. So, is there an answer? Yes, there is. When Delhi was not polluted, right? Remember we used to see these birds, the starlings, 1,000 of them moving. याद है? Suddenly, अभी भी दिखते हैं. कभी-कभी they move like this, and then they suddenly move like that, and they suddenly move the other way. Have you ever thought who leads? Which starling leads, which follows? No, you can't work out. Then you realize that they're intuitively connected to each other. So next year, beyond everything that we're talking about AI, we'll be talking about structures, companies, whatever we want to call them, where everybody or every idea, everything is intuitively connected to each other. How do we create that? Compassion, love, all of that. That's what new structures are going to become. Do you want me to get back to film?
I know,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, all right. But that, honestly, next year when you have people on stage, that's going to be the question. What's happening to our world? What's happening? Because we are dispensing with the way that we lived, because pyramidal structure have inertia. AI will take inertia away. मुझे 3 साल लगते हैं एक फिल्म बनाने में, वो बच्चे को 2 दिन में बना देगा. With the amount of AI software that is available to that kid, Mr. India 2 बनानी चाहिए कि नहीं किसी पर? Tell me. Should we make Mr. India 2?
और अगर कोई और बनाए, आपका पूरा, like, you know, gaining from all that you have put into that as a creative person.
Let me tell you a story. कहानी सुनोगे? Mr. India 2 जब बात हुई तो कहा यार, I said, listen, I won't have the time to direct it. मैं actor, I'll help you make a story up. बड़े-बड़े writers आए, बहुत पैसा लिया उन्होंने, 2-3 पेज, 5-6 पेज के ड्राफ्ट बनाए कि कहानी ये होनी चाहिए या. I have a cook called Nilesh. कहीं होगा वो मेरे पीछे आता रहता, कहीं साहब भाग ना जाएं. तो वो नीलेश एक दिन आया मेरे पास और कहा कि सर मैंने भी कहानी लिखी मिस्टर इंडिया की, आप पढ़े हैं? अब देखो यार आप क्या करो, या तो खाना बुरा खाओ या कहानी पढ़ लो. तो मैंने कहा कहानी पढ़ लेता हूँ. It turned out to be the best story. So I said, नीलेश ये कहानी कैसे मिली, कहाँ से आई? सर आपके ही कंप्यूटर पे ChatGPT से. What was going on? What was going on was that we were asking a very straight question. Mr. India has talked about film, uski morality ye hai, character. Even said ki, yeah, AI can recreate a Mogambo, it can recreate a Sri Devi because they all passed away. So AI can do that. Agar mera cooked, ab story writer ban gaya, main kya khana kahan se khaunga? You know, that's the kind of change that's going to happen here.
I'll just open to the audience and after one question. Because a lot of people will have questions to ask. Is this, and a colleague said that, the old song that you remember, Video Killed the Radio Star? Is this AI killed the movie star era that we've entered into? Where we will have, the movie stars itself will be AI created.
Yeah. It's gone, this era. Very soon. How many of you actually have met Tom Cruise? Anybody here, raise your hands if you've met Tom Cruise? Oh, wow,
There.
One person. Okay, this question is not to you. To everybody else, how do you know he exists? How do you know Tom Cruise exists? How do you know that he's just not? Because you've only seen him 2-dimensionally otherwise. See, he exists because you believe he exists. So how difficult is it for me or any kid or anybody to create an AI character and tell a great story? दीवार बनी तो अमिताभ बच्चन बने ना, शोले बने तो अमिताभ बच्चन और धर्मेंद्र बने ना, कहानी के बगैर तो नहीं बने. Then people like them. If I tell a good story, If I tell a good story, AI can create a character, a human being. And that human being can resolve the story and become a star. So AI can make stars. So a kid does not need Amitabh Bachchan to make a great film. He can create his own character.
So, an intelligent prompts in a good AI, model, given to a good AI model, can we say that it can equal a fabulous director and brilliant actors combined work together? Like we've seen in your
Fabulous
films.
director. किसकी बात कर रहे हैं आप?
पता नहीं सोचती हूँ.
No. You see that AI does the work of a director also. You, the kid, I'm saying a kid, 12-13 साल का बच्चा है जिसको कहानी सुनानी है. He, by next year, will have 25 or 30 amazing. Google has their own software, OpenAI has their own software, Adobe has their own software. Now we have this street dance software that's come out that is Hollywood is screaming about. So he has 300 softwares. Asman is software lunga. It's like a color palette. Yes. Characters, I'll take from this software, I'll take this software, I'll take this software, and tell the story I want to tell. Okay? So he's a director or she's a director, isn't she? Then that way, that's using like an artist who's using different color palette. Sometimes you use acrylic, sometimes you use oil paint, sometimes you have watercolors. They're using that. And what is all those cameras that I'm seeing they are data gathering devices. They're recording light and sound in 01010101. They are just data gathering devices. When it goes back in the editing room, somebody will edit it, somebody will color correct it. That's what it is. It's just another great device, but it's a device that is democratic. It brings democracy down to us, to those that need it.
I can continue hogging, more time, but I think I should really open the floor to the audience to have their questions from the fabulous director who's sitting here.
Who's about to be killed by a kid making a film.
There, we have a question there.
Yes.
Hi, Shekhar. My name is Prakash Nedungari, and I am the managing partner of a consultancy, Red Ven Strategy and Design. I was really struck by what you talked about inertia, because when we use AI and ChatGPT or all these LLMs, the problem is that using it and getting the script, etc., is fine. It's doing it, which is the problem, and that's where I think organizations start getting into inertia. And they can't use AI the way they should, because the AI does it for them, but then they have to, tells them what to do, but they actually have to do it. And that becomes a problem. They're so slow to do things. That's the problem. So I wanted to ask you about how can people act faster from what they using AI? Because I find them using AI, but not acting on it fast enough.
That's because you're enjoying it.
Okay.
Just because why do you have to paint faster if you're painting? Why do you have to, tell me why you want to act faster?
Well, to get something done, I guess, yeah.
You want to achieve something?
Yeah.
Then you will order. Are you in a state of panic?
No.
No, then why would you act fast? If you go somewhere and you want to get somewhere fast, then you'll act faster. That's why I use that story, about the story of the $10 billion raise and the cleaning lady. That's why I keep telling that story. She needs to act fast because her kids won't eat that evening. That's why for her, that's why intuition works very hard for her. Right? So if you need to act faster, AI will help you act faster. If you don't need to, then just enjoy it like a painting. Yes.
Hi, Mr. Kapoor. I am Ruchika Chitravanshi from Business Standard. I wanted to ask you, there is so much of the plethora of content that is coming on OTTs. What do you think of it? And do you share the lament of like my father's generation and now even my generation, who often says, अब वो बात नहीं है आजकल के content में, and अब उस तरह के serials नहीं बनते. This is a lament my father had, and even I do now. So is that something you share?
And you have kids?
I do, but very small
And
ones.
what I'm sure what they tell you, your father is, yeah, bore mat karo hame. It's just a changing world. That's it. You know, we always, which generation has not loved that what went by? Mr. India इसलिए तो नहीं बनती Mr. India 2 because वो 40 साल जो बनी थी has gone into your memory. You start to love what you loved, right? You love because you loved, right? अब थोड़ी nothing can replace that love. Nothing can replace that memory. That memory is it's an imperfect friend. Memory है क्या?
Anything contemporary that you like watching or you're watching right now that you can share with us?
I can't watch my own films, but
No, there is so much content right now. Is there any
or
series you're
content
watching?
from the
or-
old times. Yeah, I like to watch old films. I like them. But that's my memory. It's not because it's the old film. It's reminding me of me at that time.
Nostalgia.
That's the idea. It's nostalgia, right? It's not, "Arey, that's it. That's reminding me of me at that time. And
But
how I remember.
आज के वक्त में आप कुछ देख रहे हैं आजकल के?
मैं तो कुछ भी देख लूँगा. मेरे पास इतना time है. I'm a lazy man.
Thank you.
Can I just ask a follow-up question on the question of memory? Will everything be forgotten, as in time? Everything that's been created, the work that is being
See,
done. I mean, C.H. Atma is forgotten. And
If memory was a perfect friend,
yes,
and this might, when somebody dies, why do you grieve the most beautiful moments that existed? One day ago you say, "Oh, I was love, such thing happened," and the person dies, and you say, "Oh my God." Memory is an imperfect friend. Memory is completely dominated by your state of mind today. There isn't any other memory except your state of mind today. That's it. So you are looking for nostalgia, therefore you find nostalgia. You don't like what your grandkids are doing today. You're sure, "Arey, wo kitni achhi cheez thi, wo zamana kya tha." I talk to taxi drivers all this. "शेखर जी, वैसी फिल्म नहीं बनती." मैंने कहा, "हाँ, नहीं बनती." तो क्या बोलूं? नहीं बनती.
there's a question from
Yeah.
that side.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Kapoor. Akshara Shrivastava from Business Standard. You mentioned AI is a democratic tool, can help filmmakers. We recently saw the case of a film where the ending was AI edited, changed.
Loudly,
Okay.
sure, slightly loudly.
There was a Bollywood film which came out a few years ago, did very well, and then very recently re-released with an AI edited ending that was changed from the original ending. Do you have something to say about that, on how AI might change seminal work such as yours maybe?
Yeah, I'm not surprised the director fought against it. Your question is not about AI. Your question is about who does the film belong to? Who owns it?
Yes.
Who actually? So that's that question. A producer की है कि director की है? It's not about AI. तो AI के बगैर भी re-edit कर सकते थे. So that's not the AI. It's not a question about AI. It just used AI to do it, if at all. I saw it. It's not really used AI. कुछ ऐसे उधर कर दिया. It's not really AI. It's not the effect of AI or what AI can do. But that's a different. It's a question of ownership.
Can we take two more questions? Two more questions. Is it okay?
Yeah, you can ask me as many questions as you want, as long as you give me a drink afterwards. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for this insightful, session. I had the honor of hearing your, speech today, where you mentioned about chaos, you mentioned about imperfection, you mentioned about things that we can't control. However, if you see that when we are talking about belief system, that there was a movie in Indian cinema, a celebrated movie, Jai Santoshi Ma, made in 1975, where in Indian mythology, there was no existence of Santoshi Ma, but that movie created such impact in the Indian audience that till today, women are keeping fast. So, Indian cinema has been impactful to make such, ripples in Indian belief system. And now when we're talking about AI, and I had the privilege of having film studies as my special paper while in JNU, we were told that cinema is the only medium that will never be able to be controlled. And right now, when we are talking about perfection in the age of AI, do you feel that cinema is the only intervention that will celebrate imperfections?
You can make Jason Toshima an AI quite easily. It's the same film you can make an AI. Your question about perfection, what's perfection? If it is perfect, anything that's perfect is boring.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
It is the actual imperfections that make it human,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah.
If it's not human, A.R. Rahman is good. If you say to A.R. Rahman, make a perfect melody, you know what you'll get? One note. It's because it's an imperfect melody. In the imperfections, what the imperfection is asking you to do is to fill in that melody to make it harmonious. So perfection तो कुछ है ही नहीं है तो boring है. The universe is not perfect, nothing. If the universe, so what is that story about Shiv and Parvati? Parvati was sent down to Shiv to make him imperfect, no? Because the universe was dying. So Jao, seduce him, make him imperfect, and then suddenly the universe can be alive again. See, no? So nothing imperfect. Question, yeah.
One more question.
Yeah, a question. My name is Himanshu. I'm a psychotherapist. And I feel that empathy is like a major component in my therapeutic practice. And I would like to think that it's an integral part, or rather an important part, in the artistic process. So is AI capable, A, of empathy? Well, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yep. Here's the thing about AI. Ask it for empathy. Within a microsecond, it'll scrape every bit of information ever written about empathy and give you an answer. But is AI capable of falling in love? It can talk to you about love. Is it capable of falling in love? That's your question. Of course it's not. Is AI... Okay, here's the question. AI, I'll say, can you give me hope? It'll write reams and reams and reams because it's understood you by now. And say, you can hope if you do this, of course they can do. Can AI hope? That's the question. Of course it can't. I tell you a story?
Yes, please. Yes.
You know, when we were in Delhi, we used to go to Mussoorie, Shimla. So उन दिनों बरसात के बाद एकदम the rivers used to fall at a great pace to, नीचे. 12-13 साल का था. I used to love jumping from boulder to boulder. All of us do that, नहीं? बच्चे होते होते जितना लोग कहेंगे मत करो गिर जाओगे मर जाओगे तो you do it more. So you jump from one boulder, you've already decided I'll jump to that boulder and I'll jump to that boulder. At one point, you know उसके बाद वहाँ, and then suddenly you realized you picked up momentum. And if you picked up momentum, you cannot decide how many boulders. You get into what I call the zone. And in the zone, you're jumping from boulder to boulder to boulder. And then at the end, you survived. And you go, what were you doing? You were hoping you'll survive. You were afraid that you might not survive. You had faith that you might survive. You have faith in all that. Hope, faith, fear. That's being human. Now you'll say Elon Musk will put a chip in my head and I'll be able to jump from boulder to boulder to boulder, no problem. Here's the question, why would I do it? Because I would not feel alive. I feel alive because I have hope. I feel alive because I fear. Because I fear, I have faith. I have longing. I fall in love and therefore I had longing. If I knew that love exists anyway without any mystery, I would not fall in love. So we have to, when we think about AI, we have to know first what it means to be human before you say, will AI take us over? If it can't do this, then it cannot overcome us. But except for inertia, Arey chalo AI, tum bata do, kar do mere liye sab kuch, right? Of course it'll take us over.
So I'll come to you one second, because on your question, on this thing about risk-taking, the thrill of risk-taking, the thrill of unpredictability which is there, but the medium itself, as a creative person, isn't it about predictability? It's about control. It's about lack of chaos. then how do you reconcile to that as a creative person?
How many of you have been on a board of a company? I'm sure most of you have, right? How many of you in a board meeting have sat down and say, Chalo bhaiya, let's make a 5-year plan. Let's make a target. What are you doing? You're mitigating risk. How are you going to make it all unpredictable? It's the human condition. Our condition as human beings is to come and sit in the same chair. मेरी कुर्सी कहाँ है यार? मेरा खाना 4 बजे आया क्यों नहीं आया अभी? We are constantly fighting unpredictability. Constantly, that's what it is. That's why, because life is unpredictable, because we don't want to die. Because death is such an unpredictable thing that we constantly are trying to mitigate that. नहीं है, death नहीं है, वो तो unpredictable है. Let's try and survive and survive and survive. Yet, you and I are talking, it's unpredictable. I'm falling in love because it's unpredictable. I'm getting married because all of that is unpredictable. So this idea, yes, of course we do. We've done that for centuries. We make a battle plan. Old kings used to make battle plans. Like, yaar, how do I beat that invader? You're taking unpredictably out, am I making a plan? It's how we've done for years. AI now is making it, giving you the power of greater and greater and greater predictability. So if you don't fall for inertia, you'll fight that predictability.